Morning. Today I want to talk a little bit about the importance of working dummies, why we would use them and what they tell us. So we had a project come in today, beautifully designed project from a designer, and they've laid it out in a bunch of different ways with different files, sizes and formats and everything else. And in terms of finishing the project, we have to understand what they want to be able to get in the end. And with this invitation project, there is an invitation, there's an RSVP card, there is a separate VIP invite, and there's also an awards card. And in putting things together, we need to be able to understand where flaps are, where die cuts are supposed to take place, and oftentimes when you're laying these out on a computer screen, you just can't really tell size-wise and proper placement. So a good example of this is going to be the invitation. So we've started off by printing off all of their PDFs. So we have the envelope, we have a two-sided reply card, we have the invite itself, and we have a program that goes in as well, and various other pieces, envelopes and things. Now the first thing I'm going to be looking at is my invitation, because what they want to end up with is an invitation that has a flap to it. Fold down the flap, open up your invitation, fold and close. The way they laid out their art file is by having the flaps on the same side. So when we go to back it up, you'll see that that flap is actually on different sides of the sheet and will not work this way. And it makes sense while you're laying it out, because you just duplicate a page in your file and add in the content that you want. So when we get it, we first cut it apart and then we start to make that working dummy. And in the process of doing that, we discovered not only it didn't work, but that it was on a different side from what they described. They described this invitation opening from the flap down to the left. Well, here you can't see it opening to the left. It's opening to the right. So in making the working dummy that allows us to be able to see what needs to be done and to do your job correctly and get it done the way that you want to see it in the end. It also shows whether or not we can do a full sheet layout. So this piece was supposed to be a fold in half and it's going to be ganged on the same press sheet. So what we did, we made all the different pieces, cut them out to size, and then we're going to lay them out on the press sheet as we want to be able to gang them to get the best price. Ganging them on one sheet means fewer plates, fewer press setups, more quality control of the run because it's a consistent feed of ink. And we can see that this is very, very tight on the press sheet, and then there is no room to put a final RSVP card to be able to tuck it in there. So, working dummies are extremely important. It allows us to help do your job correctly.